Welcome to Sahaja Yoga Meditation, to our Meditation Step Up series. If you haven't meditated before, if it's the first time you come to a Sahaja Yoga program, please check the link here for our Meditation First Step series, which is more designed for new people that start to meditate. If you missed a previous episode of the Step Up series, you can also find it on this link. So today we are going to talk about the heart chakra, which is the fifth center within us, located at the center of the chest. It is the cardiac plexus. It is at the level of the sternum bone here. On our hands, it is the little finger on both sides, or the little toe on our feet. On top of our head, it is just right on the top, and it is looking after our heart, lungs, chest, and all the blood circulation within us. This chakra has 12 petals, or 12 different aspects, or 12 subplexuses, if you are looking at it from a physical point of view. And the element of the heart chakra is the air. So the main quality of the heart chakra is the sense of confidence and security that we can build within us. And of course, the enemy of this chakra is fear. But before we go in more details, let's meditate, let's settle. So as usual, we will raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in a bandhan. So let's do it together. Let's do it with our attention inside and a bandhan around us 7 times. And we can put our hands on our laps and just meditate for a couple of minutes, settling down. We can start by putting our attention on our breathing. And just go in the state of thoughtless awareness, leaving behind the past, the future. Just enjoying the present moment. If you still have thoughts, simply forgive your thoughts and let them go. Now we can put our attention on top of our head. Or slightly above it. This is where meditation starts. Beyond mental activity, where we are in connection with the all-pervading power around us. All right, we can now slowly open our eyes. So, as I mentioned for previous chakras, each chakra can have multiple aspects, and the heart chakra is no different. The heart chakra has a central aspect, a left side, and a right side to it. And each of them have different qualities. So let's go in more details on the qualities of these different aspects of the heart chakra. Starting with the center heart, and the qualities of the center heart are confidence and complete security. With this sense of feeling protected, like a child feels completely protected when he is with his mother. From a physical perspective, the central heart is in charge of the creation and the nourishment of the antibodies that are actually protecting us. And when the center heart develops beautifully within us, we also develop a very strong immune system. In India, the principle of the center heart is represented by Shri Durga or Shri Jagadamba. Now let's have a look at the left heart. The left heart is very important because that's where our spirit resides within us. The spirit, which is the eternal part within us. And when the spirit is fully developed, when the left heart is fully developed within us, we develop complete joy, compassion, love, and also a form of detachment, where things matter a bit less, where all the material things are not so important anymore. It is also related to our own mother in our own family. And the principle of the left heart is in India represented by Shri Shiva Parvati. Lastly, we have the right heart. And the right heart gives us a complete sense of responsibility towards others. The sense of duty as a father, as a son, as a husband, or as a brother. And when developed, we have a very benevolent, very gracious behavior. It is also related to our own father in our family. And the principle of the right heart in India is Sri Sita Rama. When you read the Ramayana, you can see all these qualities of a benevolent king. So let's have a look at what can affect the heart. At the central level, the heart is affected when we have fears or insecurities. Or if during our childhood we live in an unhappy family, or if the parents were fighting a lot in front of the children all the time, or if parents were divorced. The center heart can also be affected if we cannot let go of relationships that passed away, close relationships like a father, a mother that passed away. It is affected if we are frightened all the time, if we cannot express ourselves, we have a very close personality. And at the physical level, it can express through palpitations of the heart or lung diseases. For women, it can translate into breast cancer if there's a lot of insecurities. And overall, you have a very weak immune system. On the left side, the left heart can be affected when our spirit is not allowed to bloom, when we have extreme mental and physical activities, forgetting everything about our inner being, our spirituality, our spirit within us. It can also be affected when we have a bad relation with our own mother, when we have no love, no compassion within us, when we have no forgiveness for others. When it comes to the right heart can be affected when we have inconsiderate behavior towards others around us, when we have some arrogance, when we have problems or difficult relationships with our own father, we can also develop a right heart. When we live in a society that is suppressing individuals, not allowing them to bloom at the spiritual level. And all these subtle issues can develop some health issues like asthma within us. So now let's listen to a video of Shri Mataji with two extracts of a video from 1983, where Shri Mataji will go into more details about the qualities of the center heart, the left and the right heart.
The one which is the heart center is looking after the security of God's children. When a person sees something horrible, this center starts pulsating fast. Till the age of 12 years, the sternum bone, which is placed in the ribs here, as you know, creates antibodies to fight any invasion within, whether mental, emotional, or physical. These antibodies get distributed till the age of 12 years throughout your body. And when this sternum gets the message, it starts shaking and it communicates through no nerves or arteries or veins, any connection known so far to these antibodies that they should all fight. They fight the disease, they fight also the things what we call possessions. They also fight your own mistakes. That's why this is a very important center within us. If a lady is an insecure woman, if she feels insecure, then this center is always in a pulsating mode. And that's how it makes all the antibodies very tired, because they're all the time in a state of emergency. Also, these cults have used this method of putting people onto emergency. Give them exercises by the jump, jump, jump or something like that. Now you can ask any doctor, this kind of jumping without any support can create impotency in a personality. Now this is very physically used method by these people to make them nervous by making the center go very fast. Now, when these antibodies are tired, they become absolutely numbed down and they cannot find any strength to fight any aggression. Now, in everyday life also, if some lady, as I told you, is nervous and she has problem and she's always afraid, then what happens that this system start exerting itself too much, ultimately it gets sick and she can develop a disease called the breast cancer. This breast cancer is very common nowadays among women in the West. Because the motherhood of the lady is challenged. This center is bestowed upon by the deity of Mother of the Universe. And when the lady finds that her motherhood is challenged, then she starts feeling very nervous. This center goes into overactivity and then she developed this cancer of the breast, troubles of the breast, all kinds of such troubles, because the antibodies have become now very weak. On the left-hand side of this center is the center what we call as the left heart center. But beyond that is residing the spirit in your heart, in the organ, separated from everyone. The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty within yourself. And the Kundalini is the Holy Ghost, which is the power of God, which is the primordial mother expressed within you as the Kundalini. So we have got within us that power, Shakti, and the Shiva sitting in your heart. So this Kundalini has to rise to give you realization, the baptism, the real baptism, not an artificial one. But when the spirit ascends, then all the religions are born within you. They get enlightenment. You just don't do things which are wrong. Just don't do it. You just don't like it. As we have told you that there are people who gave up their drugs and things overnight is a fact. Because as soon as this happens, the enlightenment brings forth complete new awareness which refuses to have anything that is not good for this body. You just have the things that are good for your body, for your life. You don't have to fight with yourself that, oh God, how will I give up? In the morning you say, I will not drink in the night, but in the night you drink. So in the beginning there is no need in Sahaja Yoga today to say that don't do this and don't do that. There's no need at all. Once it is enlightened within you, you just look after yourself. But when the spirit starts coming in your attention, you become collectively conscious and you know again. It's not mental projection. You know about yourself. You know what centers are catching on your fingers. You can fingertips. You can say, you know on your fingertips. And you know about others also. And also if you really learn the complete technique, which is very easy to learn, within a week you can learn it. you can help another and yourself very well to rise above this level to a higher level. People have all kinds of fears these days. It's a very abnormal situation. They don't have any joy, only fear. They live with fear. They were telling me there's a person who cannot give out in the space, there's fear of even breathing bad oxygen, then they have fear of germ touching them and all those things. They have lost confidence in life. By awakening of the center within you, you become absolutely a normal person. You have no fears. Because nothing that is wrong can attack you. You are well prepared for it. There's a strength within you which really makes you very confident. That's why this center is very important for us to know that this center gives us that strength, that confidence. The other day, every program, they asked me another question. What do you think about Australians? Which is a very, very common question I found. I said they are great people, very nice people. But they lack only one thing, is complete confidence in themselves. They haven't got that confidence that they should have. They are not aggressive people. They are not worried about aggressing other territories or anything. But a kind of a diffidence is still in them, which they should get rid of it completely. You are the people who belong to God. And why should you have any diffidence about it? But this diffidence is completely finished when you get this center awakened within you. To get this center awakened, you have to do nothing. The Kundalini herself rises. And if you have any problem in that center, she comes back, again she rises with a greater force and hits there. Opens it up and awakens the deity of that center so that you feel very confident. Today, if you see Dr. Boren so confident, I must tell you he was not. He was quite diffident. He thought you all are going to beat him when he tell you all these things. But today he is a changed man. Now we have on the right hand side of this is another part of the center which we call as right heart. This center is the father's center and the left heart is the mother's center. So if your fatherhood is challenged in any way, or also husband-wives, we can say like that. If a husband is not loyal to his wife and is playing tricks with her, he gets this into trouble. But physically, he feels it very much because he gets asthma from it. Asthma one develops. But this is more a center of the father. If the fatherhood of the person is not all right, for example, if a girl has lost her father and she has never seen him, she might develop asthma. If the grandfather had the asthma, the grandchild might develop the asthma. It comes from the father's side. Anybody who has asthma problem should know that there's something wrong in the fatherhood side. Maybe the father is sick and you are worried. Maybe you are a good father, but the son is not all right, so you are suffering. Anything like that, you see, could be responsible for this asthma. But if the deity here is awakened, you can be all right and you can get rid of your asthma quite all right. On the left hand side is the center of your mother. If the mother has died very early, such a person is a nervous person and such a person also doesn't trust anyone. He can become secretive by nature, sulking type. He may not open his heart to anyone because he doesn't trust anyone. Some people who have no mother, whom they have not known, can become extremely cautious by nature because they think they have to look after themselves. Extremely cautious. But with Sahaja Yoga, you can awaken this center and you become a complete personality without any fear, without any nervousness, and without any malice to your parents. Actually, after Sahaja Yoga, I found many people who have just forgotten their parents, had been very angry with their parents, given them up, could not forgive them, went back to their parents. We had a French girl in England who had not seen her mother for 18 years. And the mother was alone, a widow lady. But after the realization, she has a tremendous feeling. She went back and looked after her mother and also started doing Sahaja Yoga there. It's a very, very common thing that you start expanding your heart to others. You start loving other people. You start understanding them.
Let's see how we can improve our heart chakra. First of all, when it comes to the center heart and the left heart, as always, we can use a candle. That's quite effective in improving these two aspects of the heart chakra. And as we have shown you in previous session, we can simply take a candle and do a bandhan or a full circle around it. As usual, we never use the candle on the right side. And if we don't have a candle, we can use simply the hand and give a bandhan on the aspects that we feel within ourselves. And as a reminder, if you feel the right little finger, it's the right heart. If you feel the left one, it's the left. And if you feel both, it means it's the center. You can also say the mantras, and we're going to say some mantras during our meditation, and they will be written on your screen if you don't know the structure of the mantras yet. And you can also, for the center heart especially, use some breathing techniques. For example, you can breathe in, hold, bring your stomach in a bit to put some pressure on the chest, and then let go. So we can just do it once, so you can see. Breathe in fully. Contract the stomach. And let go. So we can do that 3 times together. We breathe in, contract the stomach while holding our breath, and then letting it go. So let's do it together. First time. And we can let go. We do it a second time. And we can let it go. We really fill our lungs with air. Alright, so let's meditate with your hands on your laps. We can close our eyes. Put our attention on top of our head. And we are going to put our right hand on our left heart. And here we are going to say 3 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. Putting your attention on your heart. 3 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. We can also say the mantra of Shri Shiva Parvati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. And let us not forget that we are not this body, we are not this mind. We are eternal bliss and awareness. We are the Spirit, pure Spirit. Now let's put our attention to the center heart. And here we can say the mantra of Shri Durga Mata, feeling within ourselves this complete sense of protection. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Durga Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. And now we can put our attention on the right side of the heart, which is personified by Sri Rama. So we can say the mantra of Shri Sita Rama. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Sita Rama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. And we can put back our attention on top of our head or slightly above and just meditate in silence for a while. So as usual, we are going to finish our meditation, we are going to raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in abundance. And put your hands in front of you and just, without thinking, just observing, just see if you can feel more coolness than when we started. Or maybe you can feel some indications in your fingers of the state of your subtle system. All right, this is it for this session. I was very happy to be able to present it to you, and I'm looking forward to see you again in the next session. Thank you very much.